Today on the channel, we got a little bit of a surprise reveal from the WWE Mattel team as we're going to break down all these Elite, Ultimate, and of course, LJN exclusive reveals.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with another WWE Mattel Reveals coverage, and today we're covering Mattel Creations, their forum section from June 13th, 2026. What a beautiful day, Todd McFarlane. As yesterday, Saturday, as I'm filming this, we did see some reveals. In a plot twist, though, these reveals were taking down pretty quickly after, so I'm not sure the disconnect on there. Sounds like there's going to be another gallery come sometime this week, and I guess we'll cover anything that gets added or missed or changed or whatever in the toy news, most likely. But it is an interesting plot twist there. Somebody hit the gun, somebody pulled the trigger a little bit too soon, and I thought it was a little bit strange as I was going down the old highways and byways. I was going to Cavorton in Davenport. Of course, Davenport, Iowa, part of the Quad Cities, absolutely never beautiful this time of year. I was going to hang out with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, of course, but I was going down there, and those did release on Saturday. I'm like, what the heck? This is usually a Friday morning thing. Saturday seemed weird, so apparently it all was supposed to be revealed next week, so we'll see what happens, as I did say there. But let's get into this here. Let's dive into this news. Let's see what's going on. Let's, dare I say, see what all the fuss is about here. But we did see Mattel Creations forums, MattelCreations.com. Once again, they put up a gallery. We've seen this numerous times. Now, there was nothing really mainline releases in this gallery. It was basically all exclusives from Ringside, Mattel Creations, Walmart, Target, etc., etc. There was nothing mainline release, so maybe those were missing. That's what they're going to add. Also missing, San Diego Comic-Con announcement. Nothing on that as of yet. We're getting closer and closer, roughly almost a month away from San Diego Comic-Con. We've seen Hasbro announce a lot of stuff. Nothing from Mattel quite yet, but I guess we'll wait and see. Last year, I think they had like a day-by-day countdown, Monster High, He-Man, etc., etc. So we'll see if that does stay foot this year as well. So we'll see where that ends up going up. But interesting notes on things here this week. So let's start it in, and let's start with the one news we did here on Friday. Fanatics, of course, WWE Shop now. I don't know if they're combined, whatever it is. They did drop the latest LJN wave and put them up for pre-order. Of course, Kyle, it's work day. I'm in meetings, so I totally missed it. By the time I saw that it was going on, I had missed the pre-order and all that stuff. I'm sure I'll find them in Target. I'm sure they'll be at Target stores. It is what it is. It's not the end of the world. But we did see Mr. Perfect, of course. We got him in the blue. We got him in the black. As far as carding goes, black chase carding, we know how that is. Mr. Perfect, one of those ones that we desperately wanted back in the LJN days, really walking that line at the end of the LJN. We obviously got him in Hasbro, but an LJN would be fun, and we're getting one now, finally, all these years later. And speaking of all these years later, we got the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Now, a bit of a frustrating one. In my childhood, I didn't have any issues with it. A lot of people didn't like the money. A lot of people didn't like the suit on him. I understand that, but I don't know. For whatever reason, as a kid, I could just suspend disbelief, and I could play with those. I could play with my Road Warrior Hasbros. I didn't have any issues with that at all. I know some people did. This would have been a perfect opportunity to maybe change that around a little bit. I personally, I know I'm a broken record. I know all of you guys don't agree with me, but my friend Todd does, and that's all that counts, Todd. You and me forever, buddy. Oh, yeah, you want to put that heart up, reach over? Oh, just off screen? Oh, okay, whatever. But Mr. Perfect, Ted DiBiase, I would have preferred this to be in his silver outfit or his green outfit. Let's mix it up. Let's change it up a little bit. I understand what's going on. I get it, especially Ted DiBiase and the Honky Tonk Man, One Man Gang. Those ones from the LJN days, very difficult to get mint. Their face kind of bleeds off because of the black it was painted in. It's a whole thing. Look it up. So I understand it. It makes sense. But personally, selfishly, how about that? Would have liked to see him in a green or silver suit. Is what it is. And then we do got a modern day CM Punk figure in the line. So we get some classic legends, something new, something redone, and then a modern talent. Is what it is. I know there's been some rumors out there about Jim Neidhart and a few others. We'll see where those go in the future. A lot of people saying, where's the fourth member? Well, either they're only doing 3 this go around, or there's going to be another one announced later. We're not exactly sure what's going on with that, but it is 3 apparently this time. Maybe somebody's going to get an extra one. Maybe they're going to make multiples of CM Punk because he's a modern talent. They think he'll sell better. I'm not exactly sure, but LJN's back in the fold once again. Have to think pre-orders coming to Target in the next month or so. We'll see where it ends up going. Actually, probably around San Diego Comic-Con. Would not be shocked to see that. Fully expect to see all of this stuff at San Diego Comic-Con as well. Next, we go to Walmart. Beautiful this time of year. I was in a beautiful Walmart just yesterday, Tom McFarland. Oh, it was beautiful. A lot of great times over there. A lot of great people. Shout out to Walmart. Salt of the earth, of course. But the main event line, we saw this not too long ago at WrestleMania weekend. We got the pretty promotional images. Looks like they're probably going up for pre-order for WrestleMania, San Diego Comic-Con, Walmart Con. Same time frame there. We've seen a lot of the brands promote in that area. I'm sure we'll see these going up there. We got the Junkyard Dog back in the Elite line. Last time we saw JYD was in the Target Legends line. It's your classic JYD in the white pants. We saw that once upon a time. I remember way back when getting that figure at Walgreens, of all places. Not my favorite JYD, but it makes sense for a Saturday Night's Main Event line. It's very classic, and it is basically a greatest hits re-release of the old one once upon a time. So I can see JYD working. We also saw the Ultimate Warrior. You know I'm here for all the Ultimate Warriors, and this is just like the classic Hasbro era, what it feels like to me. It feels like some of those merch catalogs, posters. It's a classic Ultimate Warrior, so you know I'm all in on this one. I'll be buying multiples of that one. Braun Breaker, another fun one. I enjoy Braun Breaker. I'm a Steiner Brothers guy. Braun Breaker and he told me he loved me, Todd McFarlane. He told me he loved me when I met him at a grocery food show. Bread Jesus was rocking and rolling with Braun Breaker and Jey Uso that day. And Braun looks very good. I love the looks of this one. It's just not terribly different than the first ever Braun Breaker Elite we got once upon a time, which was a fabulous figure as well. So I know some people will probably be skipping on this one, but not me. I'm picking it up. I need this Braun in my collection. And then we got Cody Rhodes, which is basically the Elite version of a recent top picks. It wasn't top picks, just main event. Just not main event top picks, regular main event. It was a Cody in the molded on jacket. Now we get the soft goods jacket. You either love it or you hate it. There's not a lot of go between here, but it's all right for what it is. You can always build a nightmare family if you want to with that soft goods. Buy multiples and put them on different people. Choose your own adventure there. But another round of main event Walmart exclusive figures. Very cool. They're on the blister card. Doesn't really affect the price point as much as I would like it to. I would like it to be even cheaper, but it looks like they're going to be a little bit cheaper because of that. And hey, I think we're all here for some savings there. Series 1 should be just around the corner, right? I feel like those should be hitting sometime this summer. So be on the lookout for some Saturday Night's Main Event figures. You know I'm here for the Warrior, among many others. Now we go to a guy that's no stranger to any toy line. Feels like he's got more figures than anybody over the last year. It is Jey Uso, and we're headed to our friends over there at Ringside Collectibles using code Kyle to save 10%, of course. Jey Uso coming in hot in the Ultimate Edition. And when this was first announced at WrestleMania, I just kind of said, no, it is what it is. But gotta say, this one from the pretty promotional images really won me over. I like all the accessories, really ultimate in the accessories, getting a lot of reuse out of some of the other accessories from his defining moment recently and stuff like that with new colorways. But the packaging is fabulous on this one. It reminds me a lot of the Ring Ultimates that come along with Rings, but a little bit more classy, a little bit more functionality to them. A very cool looking exclusive. Now, are people burned out on Jey Uso? I think a little bit, but I do think this will hopefully sell okay for Ringside. I will get this as well, but I gotta say, I am pleasantly surprised. This is the biggest surprise of this announcement here as far as things I was like, I like this one a lot more than I thought I was going to. So kudos to that. We'll be on the cut for that over at Ringside. But speaking of Ringside, we're not done. We're defining some moments over there. Once again, we saw this not too long ago. It is New Jack. It is officially coming. We got a bloody head. Can't believe it. Makes sense, though, for Ringside. It's not out at Target. It's not at Walmart. Ringside only. I'm glad they're doing this. Hey, I'm totally fine getting bloody figures. If the only place I can get them is Ringside, I have no problems with that as long as we can get them. This one's great. He comes with all the plunder you could want. Really stepping up this New Jack figure. Are we going to get more New Jacks? Is this a one and done thing? I don't know what other New Jacks we would end up getting. I can see a lot of people saying this is the only New Jack I need in my collection, but I would love to see the Gangsters. I don't think that's probably going to ever happen. It wouldn't be cool to get another, maybe Elite or maybe another main event or something. I don't know if there's enough meat on the New Jack bone for an Ultimate, but it would be very, very fun to get more New Jacks. If you're on the fence saying I'm going to wait for the future, I wouldn't hedge my bets that way. And if it is, it might be a while. You never know. Never say never. But if you want New Jack, pick this one up. And I do like this one. And it seems to be the extreme defining moment set this time, as we do got Cactus Jack and most likely our final Mick Foley figure from Mattel for the time being, as he's went off into the land of the indies, AEW, etc. We're going to get a ton of Cactus Jack figures, which is great for me. That's my favorite persona of his, but we're going to get a lot of stuff from all these third-party companies over the next couple of years, so be ready for that onslaught. But this one, very deep cut, but I gotta say, is this really a defining moment? It feels like we're just going to stick it here. This is the only place we could really find a place to put it into. I don't know. Cactus Jack at ECW was a defining moment. I just don't know if this look is necessarily a one-off gear, which maybe that's why they're like, well, you only did it one time. It's truly a defining moment. Not sure how you classify that, but you got the Dungeon of Doom, Eric Bischoff shirts there. A lot of reuse, as you can imagine, but for all intents and purposes, the last Cactus Jack, I think that'll help it sell a couple extra units as well. So I'm here for it. I'm buying all the Cactus stuff. I'm here for it. It's just not the most defining moment, Cactus Jack, to me personally. Maybe you. And then we've talked about these a few times on the channel. We got Ultimate Editions coming from Ringside again, this time in the Coliseum collection from Titantron and Hasbro, I guess is what we'll call it for these. Yokozuna and Kane. Like I said, we've talked about these numerous times. Look good for what they are. They're trying to shake up the Coliseum collection because it is a bookend line, and it feels like they want to drag this out, as we can see here. So now they got a lot more talent, a lot more people to pick through. And I can see a lot more repaints and stuff being used in this line because they got to get the most out of their molds. They got to make the money. Got to make those board of directors happy and stuff, and the stockholders. We know how it goes. One that looks really cool. Can't wait to get this. Feels like we pre-ordered this 10 years ago. I think it's supposed to ship at the very end, like the last day of the year. It is the Ultimate exclusive from Mattel Creations CM Punk. But a plot twist, Todd McFarlane. Stop the clock over there. Ringside promoted. Apparently Ringside will have this in stock as well. I like that. That is great for people that missed out or chose not to order but want it now. But people like you and maybe me and you and me and me and you that pre-ordered day one, they've been sitting on our money forever. I could have just waltzed over to Ringside and picked it up. What are we doing here, Mattel? What are we doing? Are we funding these projects for you? Is this a little crowd fund going on? Not sure I like that a whole lot, but this does look fun. I love the entranceway backdrop. I like these one-time crazy things like the Shawn Michaels as Hogan from Jakks back in the day. A lot of fun going on here. And speaking of that, Hogan as HBK as Hogan, we need that, Mattel. Let's get that out there as an exclusive. That would be something fun to do. See what happens in the future there. But there was only one mainline release that was shown. It's stuff we've been unboxing on the channel here. Patreon members have had it all for a long time. Ultimate 32, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Jake the Snake Roberts, and Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf via Sacramento, of course. They showed that. They showed a picture of that one. But they didn't show any main events, showdowns, any elites, regular edition elites. So maybe that's coming this week. Maybe we're going to get more stuff. I'm not exactly sure. But a recap with a few twists and turns. Not a lot of new news here, but some updated pictures and a few things getting a little bit more clear in our crystal ball. Maybe something like that. So we'll await, see what happens this week. But a nice little news break on a Saturday. What are we doing over there? Obviously making mistakes because they did take it down, as I did say. But I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think about some of these? You picking up any of these? Any of your minds changed because of some of these things? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channels, 2 YouTube channels with content every single day. You know we're not messing around over here. Check out YouTube. Check out Patreon to support the channel. Of course, Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com if you want to send me an email. The Kyle Peterson Show, my podcast every Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. So for a little Mattel reveals for this fine June Saturday, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
Listen, that I'm not the